Hey, all you fabulous and phenomenal divas. This is Jill of Jill and Trail, founders of the Detour Movement. So I'm glad you decided to take a minute to check out our video. So today we're going to be talking about, this is kind of part of the From the Heart series. I mentioned before that the From the Heart series is things that's really on our heart that we want to share with you. Sometimes it may be responding to a question from our audience, and sometimes it's something that's burning that we just think you need to know. And that's what it is tonight. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about not believing the lies that women often believe, that these lies is being told, and I just want to reveal some of the truth about these things. So I have my iPad mini here, and I'm going to share with you just 3 of them. And once you hear those 3, if you want to learn more, I can show you how you can do that. So the first thing is, you can catch a man by looking sexy or being sexy. You know, there's this big thing right now, and this that people think that just because I wear a certain dress and have my cleavage positioned a certain way, or look like a Coca-Cola bottle in a dress, that I'm going to attract a man. And then once I attract this man, he gets to know me, he's going to fall in love with me, and you know, this whole happy ever after story. But what I can honestly tell you, in my nearly 20 years of dating, it's probably closer to 17, whatever it was a long time, I never caught a man that was sincerely interested in me based on my sexiness. You know, honestly, what I found to be true is that when I wore clothes that was sexy, I attracted these, what I call sex-thirsty men, who would say and do anything to get me to take off my clothes, because they wanted, when they saw me, they saw a sex object, they saw the sexual appeal, and immediately their physical, you know, their second hand, as we say, became aroused, and they wanted to explore my body in a certain kind of way. They weren't so intrigued by my mind or how I think or my values. And that's a total different attraction. So as women, we need to be keenly aware of how we attract a man, because if we attract a man with our body, that's what he's going to be looking for us to give him. And it's going to be difficult to try to transfer him from that physical, just your body, to really wanting you for who you truly are. And we are worth so much more than that. So we don't want to even go down that route. So that's the first lie. Lie number 2, sex will secure a relationship. You know, I'm sure you've been in situations where some guy told you, or you know, you felt the pressure that you needed to have sex. You was his girlfriend, you guys have been going out for 3 months, 4 months, and you might feel like, oh my God, if I don't do it, he's going to do it with somebody else, or somebody else will do it with him, and all this other stuff. And all that could be true. However, we can't let that drive our decisions of what we want to do, because even if you have sex with him, that's not going to secure the relationship. If he wants to be with you, he'll wait for you till you're ready to take that step. Don't ever feel like you have to have sex to secure a relationship. I don't care who says what. You don't. And it's so funny that before my husband and I married, we used to talk about whether sex was a need or whether it was a desire. And I kind of was like, it's more of a need. And he, from a man's perspective, was like, it's not a need. You won't die if you don't have it. You know, it's not like water or food. If you don't have it, you still will be okay. So don't believe the lie that this is something that is required or that's necessary, or a man's going to die rotten if he don't do it. Whatever. You know, don't believe it. Don't believe the hype. Okay, and I'm also going to share with you to know that even when you engage in sex with someone, it's really a big deal. I read this book by this young lady, Barbara Thompson. She's Attitude, and she talks about when a man has sex with a woman, when he after he would pull himself out from her, it's like it leaves a hole in her heart, because he's not just having sex with her, he's having sex with her heart in that moment. And when he pulls himself from her, it's almost like her heart has a hole in that space where he was once occupying. So, you know, having sex with a man won't secure a relationship, but it will leave you with a hole in your heart if you do it out of place. So we have to be very mindful about that. The third line, but definitely not the least, that I'm going to talk about here, is that, you know, we believe that sometimes we can have sex and not be emotionally attached. I've heard women say this before, you know, and honestly, it's not true. You can have sex with a guy and tell yourself, oh, this is sex, this is not going anywhere, blah, 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 blah. You know, and you do that once or twice, you may be okay, and because you already kind of conditioned yourself to, you know, you set your own expectations about the relationship, that may work. But if you continue to do that because he is having sex with your heart, it's like, I come having sex with your heart, you're going to develop emotionally for this person, and you're going to want to be with him in that way, because when you're having sex, it's a spiritual transfer that's going on in that moment. So you have to be really careful, and just don't believe the lie. Don't even tell yourself that, because if you're telling yourself that, this is a lie you're telling yourself. You know, we've been created for intimacy. We've been created relationally. Remember, a woman was made from the ribs of a man. So that's how God created us. And when we connect in that way, in such an intimate way, it is definitely an emotional bondage and a tie that's there. So hey, that is 3 of the 10 lies that I disclose on our blog. You can go to jilliantrail.com. Just click on blog. You can go right there and read the latest article or the latest blog and check it out. I encourage you to share this with your friends. Share this with your women's ministry, your Soros sisters and organization. I really just encourage you to share this video widely, share the blog widely, put this on your social media, whether that's on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever you have, and just get the word out. And don't forget to subscribe to this video so you can get updates on our video. We love you so much. God loves you best. And remember, do not believe the lies. There's so many lies that they're being told. Don't believe it. Uncover what is the truth when it comes to dating and relationships and learning how to date with purpose. Until next time, be blessed.